how do you conduct a return to work meeting? If you have an employee who's been away from work for 6, 8 weeks or even longer, it's really important that you put some thought into how to go about conducting that return to work meeting. In my years of practice, I've seen some really great return to work meetings, and I've seen some not so great return to work meetings. So I put together a few thoughts for you about how you can make a better success story behind your return to work meetings. Few really important points to consider, and I'm going to go through 3. So the first thing is, take some time and plan. We all know we need to plan and what the importance is of planning. Return to work meeting is no exception. Take the time to think about what your outcomes are. Make sure you're inviting the right people to the meeting. And spend some time connecting with your employee before the meeting so you're making sure you're addressing all of their needs, questions, and concerns in the meeting too. The second point is take an intentional point about the welcome. When your employee arrives to the workplace and comes into the meeting, this can be really a time when the employee has spent a lot of time worrying and thinking about what's going to happen when they come back. It can create a lot of anxiety, and they may have a lot of guilt feelings about being away from the workplace. So that moment that they come on site, they worry about who's going to be there? What kind of questions am I going to be asked? Who am I going to see? Am I going to run into somebody without knowing? Or do I come straight to a meeting? You might think about really orchestrating that welcoming. If you have a return to work professional working with you, you might ask that person to meet your employee off-site and bring them in or meet them in the parking lot. But also involve your employee on how they'd like to be received at the workplace. The welcome is an opportunity for you to really set the tone for the meeting. It's not the time to go over, all the things that have changed in the workplace or, talk about different things that have been happening with employees in the workplace. It really is time to focus on that individual and making them feel comfortable. I had an experience not too long ago when I was helping an individual return back to work who'd been away for a long time. The supervisor who was running the meeting went beyond in creating a welcoming environment. It was fantastic. So she actually took the time to go to that employee's personnel file, look back on some of the performance reviews, and highlight some of the special accomplishments and interests that that employee had. So when she came into the meeting, the employee was feeling really nervous about what was going to happen, and she was greeted with an outpouring of enthusiasm for how much her attributions were missed in the workplace. She couldn't have set the stage better. That return to work meeting, everything went smoothly after that. That employee really felt welcome. Don't slow down and don't lighten up on your welcoming experience. Just make it a good one. And the third thing is, once you've done the planning and you've gone through the meeting procedure, you have your plan for that person's return to work, don't forget to build in follow-up. Make sure that this meeting isn't the last time your employee and you interact about the return to work process. It's important to build in structured meeting times and also procedures. So if things are going really well, you want to take time to celebrate that. Get together with your employee, make it an appointment. It might be once a week, it might be every 2 weeks. Maybe they're going to want an email instead of a face-to-face, but be sure to follow up. With these 3 important points, hopefully your return to work planning experience will be a good one.
So just be natural.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, isn't that what the real actors do?
I'm the real actor.
Tiana's going to put this on a blooper reel.
Oh, great.